Infrastructure, Energy, National Energy Storage Mission. What to study? For mains, need for energy storage and its significance. Background. In February 2018, an expert committee under the chairpersonship of Secretary, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, with representatives from relevant ministries, industry associations, research institutions, and experts was constituted by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy to propose draft for setting of National Energy Storage Mission NESM for India. The proposal. The expert committee referred has proposed a draft NESM with objective to strive for leadership in energy storage sector by creating an enabling policy and regulatory framework that encourages manufacturing, deployment, innovation and further cost reduction. Key areas for energy storage application include integrating renewable energy with distribution and transmission grids, setting rural microgrids with diversified loads or standalone systems, developing storage component of electric mobility plans. Highlights of the draft National Energy Storage Mission NESM. The draft expects to kickstart grid-connected energy storage in India, set out the regulatory framework, and encourage indigenous manufacture of batteries. The draft sets a realistic target of 15 to 20 gigawatt-hours GWH of grid-connected storage within the next 5 years. Power Grid do not currently use storage options that would help in smoothly integrating renewable energy sources. The mission will focus on 7 verticals: indigenous manufacturing, and assessment of technology and cost trends, the policy and regulatory framework, financing, business models and market creation, research and development, standards and testing, and grid planning for energy storage. Significance and the need for energy storage. Energy storage is one of the most crucial and critical components of India's energy infrastructure strategy and also for supporting India's sustained thrust to renewables. Renewable energy sources now make up almost 1/5 of India's total installed power capacity. However, as power grids increase their share of solar and wind energy, the problem remains that the peak supply of renewable sources does not always meet peak demand. For instance, solar energy generation may be at its peak at noon, but unless stored, it will not be available when needed to light up homes at night. Moreover, renewable sources are inherently intermittent. There are days when the wind doesn't blow or the sky is cloudy. Sources: The Hindu. Topic: Disaster management. National Disaster Response Force. What to study? For prelims, NDRF, key facts. For mains, significance and a role of NDRF in disaster management in the country. Context: Union Cabinet has given approval for raising up 4 additional battalions of National Disaster Response Force NDRF to strengthen the India's disaster response setup. Key facts. The objective of raising 4 additional battalions is to reduce response time, keeping in view vast geographic area of the country. These battalions will be placed in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Delhi National Capital Region based on their disaster vulnerability profile. About NDRF. The Disaster Management Act has made the statutory provisions for constitution of National Disaster Response Force NDRF for the purpose of specialized response to natural and man-made disasters. Background. 2 national calamities in quick succession in the form of Orissa super cyclone 1999 and Gujarat earthquake 2001 brought about the realization of the need of having a specialist response mechanism at national level to effectively respond to disasters. This realization led to the enactment of the DMF on December 26, 2005. Role and mandate of NDRF. Specialized response during disasters. Proactive deployment during impending disaster situations. Acquire and continually upgrade its own training and skills. Liaison, reconnaissance, rehearsals and mock drills. Impart basic and operational level training to state response forces, police, civil defense and home guards. Community capacity building program. Organize public awareness campaigns. Sources: via facts or prelims. Train captain service. Context: in order to introduce the concept of a single person/leader responsible for coordinating the entire team and facilitating all services during the complete journey of the train, instructions have been issued introducing the concept of train captain. How it works. In trains like Rajdhani/Shatabdi/Duronto and other trains where a train superintendent TS is on end-to-end basis, TS shall be nominated as train captain and made responsible for all the facilities on train. In all other trains, where TS is not present, zonal railways are to nominate the senior-most ticket-checking staff as train captain. Joint issue of postage stamp between India and South Africa. The Union Cabinet was recently apprised of joint issue of postage stamps on India-South Africa on the theme, 20 years of strategic partnership between India and South Africa. The joint stamps were released in June